What's up, XRP family? Thank you guys for joining the video for today. We have some interesting stuff to get into. We have some videos, guys, that are showing some interesting stuff. Let's dig in, guys. Fam, today at the Senate banking hearing on crypto crash, seems like they're tired of Gary Gensler's attempt of crypto takeover. Senator Tim Scott and Senator Tillis call Congress to take action on crypto regulation. Now, I will show you a couple of videos, guys, which is all pointing towards regulation, right? It's the main word of 2023. And the main thing, guys, in whole crypto, because again, everyone is expecting a bull run maybe soon or is waiting for that next bull run. And people think that the same things will occur, right, on the previous bull run. But is that really true? Will that really happen? Because regulation is going to change a lot of things, guys. And I think we will see a very different bull run than what we have seen before. So this can be purely about utility. And we will see that less coins with speculation will actually move. And more coins that have utility will actually be the main movers. And that is a big possibility because of regulation, guys. Now, we all know that the lawsuit is coming to an end very, very soon, but we are still there, guys. And these people are also tired of Gary Gensler, as you can see. Let's take a look at what they're saying here, guys.
Unfortunately, our regulators have muddied the waters. We have been told everything from we need legislation to more recently that regulators have the tools they need to supervise this industry. That is quite a flip-flop. Once again, it is really important that we have Chair Gensler here before September. It is far too far in the future for us to wait that long before we hear from Chairman Gensler. The regulators have permitted activity in this space without providing clear rules of the road, which has unfortunately led to the multiple failures that brings us here today. Let's be clear. Had the SEC provided anything besides hostility to the crypto industry, we may have been able to save investors from losing billions of dollars on FTX, Celsius, BlockFi, and the list goes on. So my question, Professor Jing, what should Congress keep in mind when it considers developing an approach to the crypto industry? How do we strike a balance?
So that is number one.
Reserves and other things that Congress can act on. I don't find a lot of comfort in knowing that Mr. Gensler thinks he has full authority to implement a regulatory regimen, because I think he's been going a little bit too fast and a little bit too expansive on rulemaking, which is why I hope that Congress will act so that we get this right. So give me some ideas on singles and doubles.
Yeah, so I appreciate the question, Senator. You know, frankly, proof of reserves aren't worth the paper that they're written on. And I would just point to the
proof of reserves.
So here we go, guys. You can clearly see that people have problems with Gary Gensler, right? And the way that he is actually ruling. So it's going to get very interesting to see, guys, how this will unfold, right? Will they just keep going and will they let Gary Gensler do his thing there, or will he have to answer? Sooner or later, he has to answer, whether he likes it or not. And then the question is, guys, what is going to happen? Now, this has nothing to do with XRP, but this is something that will trigger the XRP bull run. And why I'm saying that is because you can clearly see here, guys, that a lot of people are actually saying this, and not many people are expecting this. They're not really ready for it, if you know what I mean. Because when the dollar collapses, guys, a lot of things will go very, very bad. That is exactly the black swan event that we are waiting for. Because when that happens, you have to understand, things valued against the dollar will absolutely go skyrocket, and that's the right resources, right? So think about gold, think about silver, but also some kind of cryptocurrencies, and especially XRP, will benefit from this event, right? That's why I keep saying this, guys. Now here we can see a 2019 clip of Leo Brainard, transparency. Now listen carefully to what she's saying, because this is exactly what I was talking about regulation.
You mentioned the speed of cross-border payments and the opaqueness of that process, and I guess it's also error-prone to some extent with SWIFT. Santander seems to be trying to approach it with a partnership with Ripple. Just curious what your thoughts are on that.
So I do think that of the use cases out there, cross-border is one of the most compelling. We know that intermediation chains cross-border are long and quite opaque, and they're slow, and they can be quite costly. So my sense is that technology with appropriate safeguards.
With the appropriate safeguards. Now, this is back in 2019. Why do you think they say that? Why do you think they are already mentioning the right safeguards, guys? Now, this is exactly because this is all going according to plan. People still think that this lawsuit is not by design. This is exactly what they want, guys. And you can clearly see that. This is 2019 and she's saying with the right safeguards. Now, what does that mean? That means if we are going to use something for cross-border payments, which we all know Ripple is the #1 cross-border payment technology that is solving the issues, well, we all know, guys, that it has to go through regulation. She's clearly saying it here. Like, you can just formulate it in different words and it's exactly the same, right? These are the things that you have to understand and see. Now, here we have another one. It's everyone's best interest to get behind. Let's take a look.
At one point about this break between the US and China and said, you know, both sides are going to say, whose team are you on? And he said, our job is to make sure the question never arises. But the question has arisen. And so I think we have to go deeper. And it's not about the US versus China. It's about what underpins a world order is always the financial system. I was very privileged. My father was an advisor to Nixon when they came off the gold standard in '71. And so I was brought up with a kind of inside view of how very important the financial structure is to absolutely everything else. And what we're seeing in the world today, I think, is we are on the brink of a dramatic change where we are about to, and I'll say this boldly, we're about to abandon the traditional system of money and accounting.
She's literally telling you, guys, she is telling you that the traditional system is going away. And this is why all the problems are here today. They're covering it up. They don't want you to see what is happening beneath. You see, guys? And this is not just someone. Like, you can clearly hear her father was inside some business where she had the privilege to grow and see inside the financial system. See what is going on when they went off the gold standard. You can clearly see, guys, that this is what's the main thing right now, right? And when that change happens, that switch moment, that is going to be a black swan event because they need something to reset everything, to abandon the old system. She is literally telling you.
And introduce a new one. And the new one, the new accounting, is what we call blockchain. It means digital. It means having a almost perfect record of every single transaction that happens in the economy, which will give us far greater clarity over what's going on. It also raises huge dangers in terms of the balance of power between states and citizens. In my opinion, we're going to need a digital constitution of human rights if we're going to have digital money. But also, this new money will be sovereign in nature. Most people think that digital money is crypto and private, but what I see are superpowers introducing digital currency.
In other words, guys, they want to see every transaction that is happening. It's very simple. That is what they're telling you. Read the full thread. Visa Direct offers fast and secure push payment platform and it enables our partners real-time payments. Altogether, we have over 5 million bank accounts and cards connected to the platform.
In terms of the broader picture of what we're doing, I would highlight the Visa Direct team, which is the fast and secure push payments platform, and it enables our partners and FIs to really offer real-time P2P, B2B, B2C, and G2C type of payments. So now we have over about 5 billion bank accounts and cards globally connected to the platform. And I think the key initiative, actually, next step is to actually linking Visa Direct to digital wallets, and with a specific focus actually to enable those without bank account access in the conventional sense to actually get access to the Visa Direct network, and hence, focus very much around this financial inclusion aspect. And then the last bit is really around Visa's B2B Connect, which is another new, I guess, multilateral network that was started back in 2019, and is really aimed to deliver high-value B2B cross-border payments for FIs and institutional and corporate customers. It's available currently in about 104 countries, and we're aiming definitely to kind of explore that further. So I think these kind of give you a good picture in terms of the innovation, and we'll continue to kind of actively involved in a lot of these public-private sector initiatives.
Very clear, guys. You can clearly see that they are changing so many things in the financial system, and things are going very, very fast. Now, thank you very much for watching this video, guys. See you in the next one. Cheers.